in the game can see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go pay-per-views. But we do have our producer, Monsterpiece, live with the champion himself. Abner Mars will be going into his rematch with Leo Santa Cruz in Los Angeles. Let's go out to Monsterpiece. Monster, how are you? Abner, good evening. How are you, my friend?
Good evening. What's going on, guys? All good, man. All good. Looking forward to June 9th against Leo Santa Cruz. Should be a good one.
So first and foremost, just want to say thank you so much, obviously, for taking out the time. I know, you're obviously holding camp and, will be, right? When do you start camp? Have you started already?
Oh, no. I definitely did start already. I've been in camp, you say, about, it's going to be 2-3 weeks now. Yeah.
Well, like I was saying, thank you for taking out the time. We truly appreciate that. We want to start there first. But we do want to dive right into the camp, man. I mean, you chose to go back with Robert Garcia, and ever since you did that, things have been going very well for you, so much so that you chose to take on this rematch. How ready are you for this? And just walk us through it.
I mean, I'm sorry. When I first started, I didn't thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me on. It's a pleasure. And you know what? I'm really happy that I get the chance to fight Leo Santa Cruz again. Get a chance of redemption. And like you mentioned, now alongside of Robert Garcia, a tremendous coach, amazing, what he does. I mean, I think it makes it more exciting knowing that I have someone like, at this level of training in my corner, that lets you know alone that it's going to be a different fight. I'm going to listen to him. We got a game plan. And I mean, just going based off my last performance, with Robert Garcia, you could tell you can see the changes, drastically. And I have been improving. If anything, I feel a lot better with him.
Hey, Abner, it's Matt, one of the co-hosts of the Boxing Voice. Thank you for being on with us. You mentioned about sticking to a game plan, changing things up for this rematch. The first fight was, basically an all-out war, one of the fight of the year contenders, one of my personal favorite fights of the year. And then we saw you in the Jesus Cuellar fight. Definitely box, stick to a game plan. Are we expecting more of that Abner Mares in this fight, in this rematch?
Exactly. Yes, that's the plan of sticking to one game plan. I mean, if it works, keep going with that. Obviously, the conditioning. My last fight, even though we're still close, fighting the wrong fight, but I did change up, try to do too many things in there, 3 years ago. So yeah, definitely now it's just listening to one demand, and whatever he tells me, going to do it.
Abner, so can you just tell me, obviously now you have been doing this for quite some time, multiple division champion, you've been on all sorts of big stages. This fight with Leo Santa Cruz, the first one set records. I'm sure this next one will. But again, I want to stay in the camp. What are some of the differences? What exactly is it that Robert Garcia does for you? Because you've been with some, elite level trainers before. Yeah. So what about Robert has made things different and has made it work for you?
You know what? I mean, first of all, I think it's the way we get along. Comfort has a lot to do with it. And we all know that, if you're comfortable in one place, you're just going to get better. Comfort, definitely. I'm comfortable with him as a person, as a coach. He's just a teacher. When I say teacher, he doesn't he's not teaching me something new, something I didn't know, and he will tell you, and he says it. I'm not teaching him or anything new. I'm just trying to awake, try to bring out the old Abner, I guess. Because when I first came into the gym, he said, Abner, he said, those were his words, I was a big fan of you when you were starting, but then we lost you. The last 2-3 fights, you've just been a totally different fighter. You've been trying to brawl, you've been trying to please the crowd, and you totally forgot about, how you used to box before. So I think he went based off that. try to bring out the old Abner, and it's working good, I guess.
Abner, when you bring up, changing from more of the brawling type to a boxing style, so to speak, do you see that also in Leo Santa Cruz? Compared to, let's say, his first fight with Carl Frampton compared to the second fight, I think we saw a drastic change in Leo actually adapting a game plan, using a jab, boxing well. Do you expect him to do the same thing in this fight? Do you expect this fight to be much more of a tactical matchup compared to the first fight, also on Leo's side as well?
I believe so, because going into this fight, he knows that I'm going to change my tactic. I'm going to, try to box him. He knows that. So knowing that, he's going to try to do something different. So I think I can't guarantee the fight being the same as the first one, being an all war, toe to toe. But I feel that we're both, the type of fighters that once we get hit, it's just like you forget about the plan, and it's like let's just go at it. So I mean, if that's the case, I mean we've got to be ready for it too, conditioning wise, and just knowing how to pick our punches in the inside.
Abner, how much better do you think that Leo got? Because like my co-host Matt said, we seen a different Leo in that last fight. He definitely boxed a lot better. Even Carl Frampton was surprised and did not rush to try to get a trilogy, or at least it didn't seem like he was rushing to get a trilogy. And are you hoping for that? I'm sorry, it's a two-part question, but are you hoping that you obviously get this win and you and Leo can put together a trilogy? Because we don't have many of those, gone are the days of Eric Morales and Manny Pacquiao, or Pacquiao and Marquez. Seems to be Pacquiao that gives a lot of rematches, but I mean, you know what I mean. You get my drift.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good question, because as a fan, I didn't think that, as a boxing fan, I didn't think that Leo had it in him, to come back and box like he did against Frampton, to change things, and he did. He surprised me, as he surprised many of us fans, and he looked great. He has been improving. So I mean, that lets you know that he's also a student, and he's bringing different arsenals, coming into this fight. As in me, you can go based on my two fights. I have, I mean, I know people at the moment gave me, I'm gonna say shit about, when I was gonna fight Cuellar, they said I was gonna get knocked out, I was gonna lose, I was washed out, and I proved it different. With the great corner as Robert, I just boxed him easy. I even dropped a guy, a power puncher, and I was able to take his punch easy too. So I mean, that lets you know that we both been learning, coming up in our careers, and it just never stops. You just keep it evolving.
Abner, where do you feel like the winner of this fight ranks in the division, with Gary Russell Jr. fighting Joseph Diaz, Carl Frampton fighting Nonito Donaire coming up? Where do you feel like the winner of this fight goes next? Obviously, you think that being you.
I mean, honestly, I don't go based on 1, 2, or 3 of who's top. I mean, they're all big names. You could put anyone in any order, and I wouldn't be mad. Oscar Valdez could be one, or Gary Russell. But then Gary Russell hasn't fought in so long. You got Frampton. I mean, all these guys are top one, to be honest, if you ask me. So any of these fights, God willing, if we win, will be great to fight against. Because I mean, if you fight a Frampton, I mean, if he beats Nonito, I mean, that lets you know he's ready. If you fight Gary Russell, who just beat a Jojo Diaz, I mean, come on. Or Jojo Diaz, who beats Gary Russell, vice versa, or even Oscar Valdez, who is in his prime right now. So I mean, there's no bad fight, and there's no bad choice if we had to, I guess. But if I had to pick, I would definitely go with Oscar Valdez, because he is in his moment right now. He is the LA kid right now, next Mexican superstar, if you want to call him that. And I would like a chance on a fight like that.
Abner, do you think that's a big fight in LA? Both of you guys have fought in LA numerous times throughout your career, or most of your career has been in LA. Same with Oscar. Do you feel like that fight could, let's say, sell at Staples, be a big fight in the city?
Oh, without no doubt. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if that fight, were to happen, be made, it has to stay here in LA because we're both, you know, even though we're both from Mexico, we reside here in California and LA, and we're known here. So yeah, but I mean, if my fight, you know, were to be close, I mean, like just the first one, I will give right out the back the rematch to Leo Santa Cruz because him as a gentleman and as a professional, he's given me an opportunity for redemption. So why wouldn't I give him the same opportunity?
Oscar, I wanna. Damn, I called you Oscar. Holy shit, Abner. Because I'm thinking of Oscar Valdez because I really want to say Abner. You know that Oscar Valdez fight will never happen. You would have to be coming off of 2 straight losses to get that fight. I'm just being honest. I mean, we both watch boxing. He just fought Scott Quigg, and that was like his 6th title defense or 5th title defense. Like, I highly doubt if you beat Leo Santa Cruz, they're gonna be like, "Yo, I want to unify with Abner." I mean, I'm just not seeing that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, that's a good thing you bring it up. You know, yeah, but you never know. You never know.
So I wanted to ask, because in the Cuellar fight, you obviously got the knockdown, and you're absolutely right. On this show, this is a heavy call-in show, so numerous fans call in on our fight preview days, and you know, people did think you would possibly go down since you've gone down, and instead you did the opposite. You put him down. Now, Leo's never been down that I recall. I don't know if you can tell me that he has, but do you feel now that you're settling in and a knockout can be possible under this new, more patient Abner? Because, I mean, you got the knockdown because you were fighting a different style, right?
Yeah, you know what? I do see a possible knockdown, even a stoppage, because, like you said, I'm more poised now. I take my punches. I do a little bit more damage. You know, I work down the fighter. So definitely, I mean, yes, you're right. He's never been down. He almost did if it wasn't for the ropes when Frampton hit him with the left hand. He almost went down. That's the only time I can recall that. But again, you know, I carry good punch. I'm not a one punch knockout artist. Everybody knows that, but I do hurt my opponents enough to do damage or even get a stoppage or bring you down.
So obviously we don't want to keep you here too long. We want to thank you again, champ, for coming on. Obviously, you know, training camp and just, you know, taking the time out of your day to, you know, give back to not only the Boxing Voice, but to our listening audience, all the boxing fans out there. I do want to ask you, you opened up your career back in 2005. So it's been about 12, maybe 13 years since you've been fighting. How much more do you think Abner Mares has to offer to the boxing world?
I mean, now I could honestly tell you that I personally want to go another 3 solid years. If we're still good, go for that 4th. But I believe that I'm still good for another 3 years.
And you see yourself topping out in this division, or you see yourself going up? Because I'm sure you're over there sparring with Mikey, who's a pretty big boy, and all the other guys at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. So where do you see Abner Mares retiring?
Oh, I definitely see myself retiring at 130, even get a chance at 135. But at 130, I'm definitely going up. I mean, look at Cuellar, the guy I beat not too long ago. He's getting a chance at Cervantes Davis, you know, not a couple of weeks from now. So I see myself up there as well. So I mean, within time, my body's growing, and you never know. Hopefully, I get a chance at a world title in that weight class.
You know, I said that was my last, but you had such a perfect answer. It gave me a follow-up. You know, we've both been in this sport long enough that once upon a time, a guy like Cuellar getting a shot for a vacant title could upset a fighter, you know, not the one getting the shot, but others on the outside looking in, wanting to get that shot. Gone are those days, since, you know, we have so much boxing now with both, you know, Top Rank, Golden Boy, and obviously Al Heyman doing so much business in boxing. You guys are getting so many opportunities. How do you feel about Cuellar now getting another shot? Both Gervonta missed weight and lost his title on the scales. Cuellar lost to you. He's coming off a loss and he's getting a shot. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that, to be honest. You know, still being an active fighter. I mean, we all deserve a chance, I guess. Like you've mentioned, nowadays is different. You know, if you're with the right guy, I guess that's the perfect answer. If you're with the right team, you are going to get those chances. I mean, let's not go too far. I mean, I have my respect for man, I forgot his name. Who's fighting on my undercard? Jamar Charlo. He's fighting
Austin Trout.
Who's he fighting?
No, Austin Trout's fighting Hugo Centennial.
No. Okay, the other brother. They're fighting my
Jamel versus Austin Trout.
Austin Trout. How many chances has Austin Trout had? I believe Austin Trout has 2 or 3 chances, and I'm not mad at that. If anything, I support that because we always deserve a chance at that. Getting paid. Because at the end of the day, fans are not going to remember us for the championships, for the fights, how many times we fought it. So we want to retire with some money as well. So I think that's what they're. The management, the team comes in and helps them out with that.
Well, Abner, I want to thank you, obviously, again, for taking your time out and giving us this interview. Want to wish you the best training camp and to have a great fight. I want you to do great numbers. Let's promote this properly. Make sure you get on your team. Listen, I know Hannah does a wonderful job. If you're listening, Hannah, thank you, obviously, for getting us this interview. But, Abner, make sure you light a fire under everyone. We need to promote this. This needs to be just as big as the first one, if not bigger. I mean, it should be bigger, really. Boxing is booming right now. I mean, heavyweights have this thing all over the map.
Definitely.
But if you want, please give out your social media.
Yeah,
I was going to say at this time, please give your social media and let everybody know where they can follow you.
Yeah, follow me at Abner Mares, Instagram, at Abner Mares, at Twitter, Abner Mares, Facebook, and we'll definitely be promoting this fight. I mean, this is definitely a sell-on fight. There's no other way, and we're gonna put on a show. Thank you guys for having me on, and you guys know Team Mares all day on this side. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you again.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
No other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.